If you're someone who believes what society has said, that women over 50 can't have a glow up, I'm here to change your mind. Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Risa and I was a professional makeup artist for more than 20 years before becoming a full-time content creator here on YouTube. And as you saw in my intro, underneath my name, Risa Does Makeup, it says, your midlife beauty bestie. And I feel like that tagline sort of sums up what I've been trying to do here on my channel for the past 10 years, which is not only to teach you all the makeup tips and tricks that I learned over the past decades, but to also debunk those antiquated rules for not only women over 50, but even over 40. I make videos to empower, motivate, and encourage you just like a true best friend would. I think we all know that 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s are not what they used to be. So many of us are turning the page and realizing that we do not have to become invisible as we get older. So the focus of today's video is not on makeup. It's about all the other things that we can be doing that will really make an even bigger impact on our over 50 glow up. We are rapidly approaching a new year. And what do a lot of people do around New Year's? They make resolutions. And every year, one of my resolutions is that I am finally going to get serious about using devices, skincare devices. And I say that because I know that when I am consistent with my devices, like my LED face masks, I see results. For those of you that might be new to my channel, I'm 52. I have oily skin with large pores, texture, marks from old breakouts, and every time I think things are getting better, like the texture is improving, my pores seem more refined, the discoloration is fading, my skin decides to freak out again. And I know a lot of you watching can relate. Things are going good, 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 and then all of a sudden one day you wake up in the morning and you think, what happened to my skin? Everything was working so well. And I've noticed that the one thing that sort of whips my skin back into shape pretty quickly is consistent use of an LED mask. I and so many of my peers here on YouTube have spoken about their love for the Current Body LED face mask. Well, last year, Current Body released their Series 2 mask. The Series 2 mask now has 236 LED bulbs with 3 clinically recognized wavelengths. Red light that stimulates collagen production to reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. Near infrared, which penetrates deeper to energize cells, resulting in firmer, brighter looking skin. And deep near infrared, which reaches even deeper to target areas with more pronounced signs of aging. The Series 2 has a flexible liquid silicone shape with upgraded full lip and nose coverage, as well as more secure straps. I see significant improvement in the overall appearance of my skin, not just fine lines and wrinkles. And personally, when I am happy with the look of my bare skin, that is when I feel like I can wear less full coverage makeup and I just have more confidence. There's no pain with this mask. There's no downtime. I just put it on and relax for 10 minutes. The Series 2 is also a Veritas product. And the Veritas mark guarantees that the technology is one of the safest and most reliable on the market. It's proof that your mask has been carefully tested throughout every stage of production. And you can read all of these fantastic reviews for yourself, and you can also find more information on the Current Body website. And if you have been on the fence about purchasing this mask, now is the time. Current Body has kindly partnered with me on this video to offer my viewers their biggest discount of the year. You can use my code RISA to receive 20% off, and you can save $94 on your mask. And I encourage you to look at everything Current Body has to offer on their website because that 20% applies to everything. You can also stack it with their bundle pricing. Perhaps this is the year you want to try the neck and décolletage mask. I recently got the Current Body LED hair growth helmet, and I cannot wait to start using it and share my results with you all. And once again, you can read up on all of the products I just mentioned by clicking the link in the description box that will take you right to the Current Body website. Speaking of hair growth, that is something else that I know so many of us are struggling with right now. Hair loss, thinning hair. If you're anything like me, you've tried hair growth supplements like Nutrafol. Maybe you've been taking a biotin supplement. Maybe you have been using hair growth shampoos and conditioners. I have tried all of these things, and I'll be honest with you, I haven't had great luck, but that could once again be a consistency problem that is just a me problem. However, I have recently been seeing, and I'm sure you may have as well, a lot of people showing results from using the Abby Young method. Abby Young is young, but she does have experience in taking lifeless, thinning, damaged hair to long and lush and shiny. I have seen so many before and afters on social media of not only her hair, but of women of all ages that have started using her method, her routine, and have seen incredible, incredible results. I'm not going to take you through all of her steps in this video, but I will link at least one of her videos that will take you through all of her steps. And don't worry, while there are a lot of products to purchase to do the Abby Young method, you don't have to buy high-end. She offers a lot of drugstore recommendations. In fact, the shampoo and conditioner I purchased to start using this routine is from L'Oreal. It's this one right here, the Elvive 72-hour hydration shampoo and conditioner. I purchased that huge bottle of shampoo and conditioner on Amazon for I think under $15. In addition to starting the Abby Young method, I have also started to use topical minoxidil. Using a topical minoxidil product was recommended to me by my MIDI clinician. As a lot of you know, I do all of my menopause care through telehealth, MIDI health specifically. So when I spoke to my clinician about my hair loss concerns, she did recommend a topical minoxidil. I looked at reviews on Amazon, purchased this one. I've only been using it for about a week, so I will update you on my results maybe in about a month or two. Now, while we wait for our hair to grow and be lush and shiny again, instead of dry, coarse, and thinning, we can fake it. We can fake it till we make it. This hair right here, some of you may have guessed that it is an extension, some of you may have not. The color match could be a little bit better. This is a little bit more ashy and blonde than my actual hair, but I think it blends pretty nicely. This halo, there's a wire right here that you can't see. This halo cost me $18 on Amazon. You heard that right, $18. Now, I purchased the wavy halo. So this comes curled. It is not recommended to put more than 200 degrees of heat on synthetic hair. In past videos, I have shown you my other halos that are real hair that can be straightened or curled. However, those are way more expensive. Yes, you can get less expensive ones on Amazon that are real hair. The ones I've shown in the past are ones that I've gotten through my hair colorist who orders the halo in a shade that matches closest to my hair. And then she sometimes custom colors it. Often she will root the extension at the top so it looks even more natural. And then she would trim it up and it would be beautiful, but it would also cost me several $100s. And if you are not sure you want to make that investment, these Amazon extensions, specifically this brand Kuka Style, I have had very good luck with, is the way to go. This is a 16-inch halo. You can get them 14-inch. You can get them in 12-inch. So you don't have to purchase a halo that adds length. You can purchase a halo that just gives you more volume. This 16-inch halo is about 2 inches shorter than my natural hair length. So if I wanted to get one that just added volume and not length, I would go with a 14-inch halo. And the shorter the halo is, typically the less expensive it is. Although again, I paid under $20 for this. Okay, now we're gonna get real personal here for a few minutes, but that's okay because we're just two besties chatting right now. And we're gonna talk about what I think is going to have the most major impact in your over 50 glow up. And that is estrogen. I was so glad to see the other day that the FDA has removed the black box warning for hormone replacement therapy products. That study that was done in, I think, 2001 or 2002, that linked hormone replacement therapy to a higher risk of breast cancer in women has since been debunked or disputed, or from what I've read, the data was misinterpreted, which caused so many women to suffer with some of these debilitating perimenopause and menopause symptoms. I read that the FDA is calling the hormone replacement slander the, quote, greatest screw up in modern medicine. Now, before I tell you about how estrogen has improved my life and my looks greatly, I do have to say that I am not a doctor. I am in no way, shape, or form telling you to run out and start hormone replacement therapy. As with anything related to your health, please speak to a licensed physician, a licensed professional that will look at your personal health history, your current health, your risks, and will help you to determine if hormone replacement therapy is the right move for you. Now, that said, if you are having issues with your primary care doctor or your OBGYN not really seeming to care or not seeming to be very knowledgeable about perimenopause, menopause, HRT, then I do encourage you to look to telehealth companies like MIDI, like Alloy. There is no need to suffer when help is out there. And I cannot say enough good things about these 3 products right here. This is my estrogen patch. I have a bi-weekly patch, so I change mine twice a week. Some people do once a week patches. There are other forms of estrogen that you can get. It is bioidentical estrogen. And since starting on the patch, and then I also take 200 milligrams of progesterone at night, since I have started on HRT, I have not had a single hot flash. My back and joints don't hurt nearly as much as they used to. I'm less anxious, I'm less tired. And then I also use 2 creams. Estradiol, which is a cream I use internally a couple times a week. And according to Dr. Mary Claire, who I'm sure a lot of you have heard of, she is an OBGYN who specializes in menopause medicine. And she has preached over and over that internal estrogen will improve your life in so many ways, if you know what I mean. One of the ways it has improved my life, which I can actually talk about on camera, is I have stopped getting UTIs. That was a struggle for me for about a decade. I was constantly calling my doctor or calling CVS, getting on antibiotics. I felt like I was on this hamster wheel until this miracle product came along. I don't want to jinx myself, but I have not had a UTI in well over a year. Lifesavers, truly. And then this is my M4 estriol cream that I get through Alloy. And the reason why I use Alloy's estriol cream and not MIDI's cream is because I really prefer the formula of this one. It's a little bit thinner. It sinks in a little bit easier. I don't know, it's just more comfortable for me to use. I do know that some people use just this cream on their face as their moisturizer, and it has worked. My skin, though, is way too sensitive and breakout prone to be using something that is not specifically made for the face. After about 3 months of use, and maybe even before, you are going to see such a dramatic improvement in your skin. It's going to improve firmness, bounce, texture. If you don't have these 2 things in your life, or you're not using them consistently, you are not going to reach your maximum glow up potential. So far, I've spoken about 3 of the main components to having a glow up over 50, which is taking care of your skin, taking care of your hair, working on your hormones. But then there are also some smaller components that will help you glow up. Obviously, choosing the right makeup and applying it the right way is very important. And I have an entire catalog here on YouTube dedicated to helping you with that. But there's also really small things that make a huge difference, like whiter teeth. These are some of my favorite white strips. I use them for 7 days, twice a year, and my smile stays bright white. They work so well. I also love to use a prostaglandin-free lash serum to help grow my lashes. Or if your brows are also very sparse or non-existent, you could try using a brow growth serum. To make my eyes look nice and white and bright, I love my Lumify eye drops. I cannot be without those. And then something else I have started doing in the past, I don't know, maybe 3 to 5 years, is really investing in sometimes more expensive, but higher quality staple pieces for my wardrobe. I never thought I would be someone who was into a capsule wardrobe, simply because I have a super feminine style and I'm drawn to lots of florals and ruffles and lace. And a lot of times those things clash if they're not put together properly. Obviously, you can have some of those things in a capsule wardrobe, but if you looked at my closet right now, it's just bursting with florals and lace and ruffles. And I think that's because for so many years as a makeup artist, I could only wear black. I wore black suits or just all black outfits for 20 plus years of my life. But now that I'm getting a little older, I can still incorporate that feminine style into a more classic look. So instead of pairing this bodysuit with cropped ripped jeans, I'd pair it with my favorite high-waisted Veronica Beard jeans that are super high quality, super classy, or I could pair it with my favorite pants from Allison Olivia. These are definitely a splurge as well, but they are the best black pants I have ever owned. They are so flattering. They are tall girl friendly. I looked for so long for the perfect classic black trousers, and I could not find any that were long enough for me or that were just the right fit, felt high quality. So many of the black trousers I looked at were very thin, just didn't feel high quality, and as I was saying, were quite short on me. So if you are not 5'7" or above, you might not have to go with something at quite this high of a price point. I'm definitely not telling anyone to give up their personal style. It's not like once we hit 50, we have to give up wearing anything sexy or short. You know I don't believe that. I mean, maybe you don't. Maybe this is the first video of mine you're watching. But my regular viewers know that I preach all the time to wear what you love. In my opinion, there's no such thing as dressing your age. When it comes to makeup, when it comes to hair, when it comes to clothing, I always preach that you should wear what you love and what you feel good in. Some people disagree with that, but I will die on that hill. This was sort of somewhat of a different type of video for me. I've done chatty videos, but it's been a while since I've done something like this, where I've just sat down and talked to you all. I do hope you enjoyed this video, found it helpful, interesting. If so, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. You can also find more content from me over on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. My username is Risa Does Makeup on every platform. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, I hope that you will consider doing so. I do upload new videos at least twice per week. Once again, be sure to check out the Current Body website and use my code RISA for 20% off. And yeah, that'll do it for this one. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope to see you in my next video.